are a good girl. So do you have the treat back or something?
I
Oh,
have
that's
my
okay.
pocket. Yep.
Excellent. So when I click, you can give her a treat. It may or may not do anything.
Okay.
Because she wasn't all that enthusiastic anymore. Good girl. You are a good girl. Yeah, you can feed her. What a good girl. What a good girl. You are so good. What a good girl. There. Good girl. You can give her another treat.
She's still chewing.
I know, she's not, she had 10 treats and then was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try it back leg. Good girl. So I'm now just rubbing. I'm not asking her to pick it up, and this is important that you are able to run your hands down their legs without them feeling that they need to pick it up.
So you can check things out.
Yeah.
And they're more cooperative that way.
Well, and also sometimes you need to put medication on there or treat a wound or whatever, and you don't want them to constantly pick up their feet.
Right.
So now I'm going to ask to pick it up, and that will be a cue. You can do whatever. It's more important that you have the intention to pick it up.
Yeah.
She gets the intention.
Yeah.
And the exact cue, whatever. You work something out. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
Good girl. And sometimes leaning into their body helps a little bit because that takes the weight of that hoof.
Right.
And then it's easier for them to pick it up. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. What a good girl. You are such a good girl.
And with her eyes, they're kind of like going like this and stuff. And
she doesn't even really want the treat anymore.
It took her a while to take the first one. You clicked,
Yeah.
I was like holding it in her lips and she's fooling around with it. But with her eyes droopy, I'm like, oh, she's pretty chill now.
Oh, she's totally chill. And I haven't finished editing that catching game yet, but it took something.
Yeah.
But it was successful because the proof is in the pudding.
Right.
Now you have a horse that doesn't feel the need to run away, that is calm, that is cooperative. I was picking up her hoofs at liberty without a halter on. So you have a different horse. You have to be willing to go through the ugly parts.
That's right.
And not everybody can. And that takes patience.
Yeah.
But it also takes knowing what you're doing. Yeah. So that you don't get insecure or that you quit because you feel that it's not working or whatever. Once you understand what you're doing and you have faith in the process, you can stay patient. You only become impatient when you have the thought, well, this may not be working. Right. And then you want to see results.
Yeah. The first time we did her feet, we had the halter on her, no problem. But getting her to stand, she was going all over the place. She ended up rearing, falling backwards. I hung on, and we went through all this nonsense. And she escaped from me, and she ran, and she had the thing behind her, so she kept tripping on it, ran until she was exhausted.
I know. I've seen her do a little bit like that.
Yeah.
I finally had her come to me and haltered, and then she did the rearing, struggling and fighting the halter. This is fairly typical for a horse that just doesn't know, and they first fight and struggle until they learn to yield to it. But the intense part, most people are just afraid to go through. And then you end up with a horse that just can't be handled. Right. So not good for her.
And we followed through. Once she went, and we pulled her back in, and we did her feet.
Yeah,
you know, the whole thing. And we gave her treats when we had her. Like once we came in and she stood there, we're like, okay, treat.
Yeah.
You know.
So she had a little bit more brace on this foot. She eventually gave it, but it wasn't as easy as the other one. So I'll just do it again.
Okay.
You are a good girl. You are a good girl. There. Good girl. Good. So she never really relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just a food that needs a little bit more work.
Yeah.
So I was happy that she just picked it up and didn't start pawing right away. But this food definitely needs a little bit more work. Good girl. Good. Good. There. Of course, let me not click because just taking off the pressure is enough.
Yeah.
If the treat doesn't do anything for her, then we just go back to releasing pressure.
That's
but that was already much better. I put it down before she took it back.
Right.
So I'm going to leave this food for now.
Okay.
Are you seeing the difference already?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. See, that one thing is I'm not having to hold her head firm.
Exactly.
But
no.
any other time we're doing this sort of stuff, I have to be really hanging on and reacting every time to keep her under control.
Yeah, and that's
no good.
What you want to control is not her body because you can't. What you want to control is her mind.
That's right.
And once she accepts you as a leader, then you don't need to control her physically.
Yeah.
That's why I like to work at Liberty at first, because I have no control over a horse at Liberty other than reaching
that
their
connection.
mind.
Get out of there.
Okay, you're perfectly situated for my hind leg. Although I will put my bum right into the camera right now. Some people really like that. I have fans on YouTube. Good girl. Yes, you have the right idea, sweetie. Good girl. Good. Good. So I'm not clicking for this. She gave her food momentarily. She took it back, but it's whatever. We're practicing this, and it's already better than what you are used to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the blacksmith's coming Tuesday, did I tell you?
Oh,
Tuesday evening at 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. So this is a good preparation.
Yeah.
Good girl. Good. 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 Nice.
It's a girl.
So because the treat is no longer a thing for her, let me restart the camera. Let me try that front foot again. You are a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good. So I gave it back as soon as she relaxed a little bit. She's licking and chewing, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Yes. So because she is so bracy, what you want to reward is every time she softens.
Yeah.
And rewarding you can do with a treat, but if the treat is not doing it, then you reward her by just giving back her food as soon as she relaxes.
Right.
Or taking off the pressure off the halter.
Once she yields.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's the thing of just adjusting her position. She did it so easily, and then as soon as she stepped back, I just release.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of doing what's expected.
There.
That's a girl. Good.
Nice. One hand. I'm not holding on to her. I'm giving it back. Perfection.
Good.
That was really good, sweetie.
Because you need your feet done.
There you go. You see, that isn't too bad. So she learns that the easy thing, the desirable thing, is no big deal. And once she struggles and braces, then she gets into trouble.
Yeah.
But just cooperating, giving her food, it's not a big deal. She doesn't have to be fearful of it. And as soon as she relaxes, she gets her food back.
Right, exactly.
There. Let's do it one more time. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good. There. There we go. Good girl. Good. She relaxes. I give it back. Super good. Super, super, super good. Super good. girl. Good girl. Good. Excellent. So when is the farrier coming?
Tuesday afternoon, 5.
Tuesday afternoon.
Between 4 and 5.
If you can put in even a couple more sessions of a couple of minutes like this,
yeah,
and she'll be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
And the other 2 are fine. I already did them yesterday. I'm satisfied with her. I think we should put her back.
Okay.
And I'll show you the gait ritual that I do, that I already told the other 2, and they're perfect. She is still, I mean, she's the youngest. She doesn't know